Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's May 26th, and this is a Gardener's Notebook update. What's happening in my garden? I hope everything's going well in your garden. Please send your photos, videos, comments, or whatever to the Facebook page or the comments on the blog. Let me know how your garden's going. I'd love to hear it. First of all, you can see after our big mulch project, this is one of the areas that we've mulched up with the nice wood chip. I think it looks really nice. We're having our annual party in a few weeks, and I think it's going to look great. The garden will look nice and tidy. We have some work to do in the beds themselves yet, either shredding up some leaf mold or maybe perhaps going and buying some top dressing to put on there at the local store. And of course, whenever I start recording, you can hear the private jets taking off from Van Nuys Airport in the background, so please forgive us for that. Let me see, what else is going on in our garden this fine day? One little experiment we've got going on are these carrots growing in this fairly tall oatmeal container. I've seen some stuff on Pinterest and elsewhere about growing carrots in tall vertical containers. We really don't have a good spot to grow them in the ground here, so I figured I would try them out in this container. Of course, we need to thin these out, but as most people do, my wife is like, no, you can't thin them out, they're all growing so well. But I tried to explain to her that if we don't thin them, of course, we'll get many tiny carrots instead of several large carrots. But anyway, I'll keep you up to date on that. I'm very happy with the germination, and I'm starting to see some true leaves popping up from the seed leaves here as well. Over a year ago, our friends dropped off this topsy-turvy tomato grower, and we never had a chance to use it. Finally, because of my homemade potting soil project, I finally had enough soil to put in this fairly large container. This is 2 tomatoes. There's a celebrity and an early girl in here, and I'm seeing a couple flowers on both. It's quite amazing, too, how the tomato responds to this behavior. When we first planted these were pointing basically straight down in the pot. Within 8 hours, they were already starting to curve up, like you see here, growing back vertically again. Interesting, we don't have a lot of sun here in the garden because we have so many mature trees, but I figured I got this in probably the sunniest place I can figure, and we'll see how it produces. You may have seen my earlier Instagram pictures. Here's some video of these lovely hibiscus. I do love these. We almost lost them a few years ago. Even here in the San Fernando Valley, we can get some hard frost. And a couple years ago, we had almost a week of frost every night for about 5 days, and it killed this back quite dramatically. But it hung on there, and as you can see, it throws off some of these huge, amazing-looking tropical flowers. People don't often realize that here in Los Angeles we are not tropical, of course, and so tropical plants can be subjected to freezes and can die back quite dramatically. After visiting our relatives in Sicily, my wife is just crazy for basil. It's her family actually that lives there near the Catania area of Sicily in a little place called Mascalucia. This is our big basil pot we're getting going here. Things are going gangbusters, and again starting to see some true leaves pop up. And we will try and get this nice, big, and bushy and then maintain it for as long as we can. Basil seems to grow better in pots here in California, at least in the San Fernando Valley, than it does in the ground. So we'll probably just keep potting up several of these pots I have around for making pesto and using in our spaghetti sauces that I make and stuff like that. This tomato is a great story. This was a volunteer that popped up when I just happened to be potting up some other stuff and just jumped up out of the compost I was using as potting soil. This is now its, second year of growth. We overwintered it. It actually produced tomatoes over the winter, which I know some of you East Coast gardeners are probably envious for. We have some fruit that's almost ready to harvest here. We got some more coming on over here, and this is just in a pot. I mean, it's just in a little transplant on a 1-gallon pot here, and we just keep on keeping on. My feeling is if it's willing to grow and to throw off fruit, I'm more than willing to take care of it and reap the benefits of its energy and forthrightness to keep on growing. We had a whole flat of these lettuce seedlings, so I pricked a few of them out and I've potted them up into slightly larger pots. We have another larger container by the front door growing lettuce, and it's starting to come up as well. So we eat a lot of lettuce. We love lettuce. Leaf lettuces for us are the easiest to grow rather than head lettuce. But you can also see over here, here's another set of the ones I pricked out, and they're really starting to perk up and go We need to grow these now because as soon as the heat arrives here in the San Fernando Valley, these will start to bolt and go to seed and not be much use to us at all. So hoping to get some actual harvest off of this as soon as we can. They're pretty small plants, so they'll take a while to get up to where we can actually take the scissors to them. Here's a bloom from our calistagoides. What is that now? Clytostoma calistagoides. There we go. Clytostoma calistagoides vine. That throws off these lovely purple blooms at this time of year. It's a vine. It doesn't really climb on its own. It sort of does. It sort of doesn't. It's over a trellis right now. I can pull back a little bit and you can kind of see. These have been here since we moved in 15 years ago, 16 years ago. And they've been cut back several times. There used to be a bigger trellis here. And I'm looking to see what I can perhaps do a little more with them. And then here's a view back into our kind of woodland garden in the back area there. Here's one final view of our nicely mulched paths. There's our wine bottle edging project that we did a little while ago. The wine bottle edging and the potting soil projects, you can find out more on the website. Just simply do a search using the search box on the blog, and you'll find out all about those projects. Thanks for joining us today. Hope this garden review has been interesting to you. Again, I'd love to see what's going on in your garden. Please post to the Facebook page, put comments on the blog, Twitter, a Gardener's Notebook Twitter account, whatever. Again, I'd love to see what's going on in your area of the world.
Just like a home